So I just had a student who missed a problem because of this, and I want you to not miss it for this reason. So she had set up everything correctly at first. She had her XY points labeled right, X1, Y1, X2, Y2, and all that. She plugged into the formula correctly. Yay, did that part great. So I want you to pause the video, write this problem down, see if you can get it set up the way that she did at first, and then see if you can finish it without making the mistake that she did, and then hit play and see what happens, and then go back and do it again. And that's how you learn from a video, right? So she went to Desmos at this point, and she was like, okay, well, -1 minus -3, and I can't type 1 minus -3, and she typed in just like that, which works because it converts it to a plus sign and gives you the right answer. She got 2. Um, And so she was like, so this is 2 squared. And then she did the next one. Or maybe she went ahead and did 2 squared is 4. I'm not sure. 2 squared, 4, right? So she's got down to here and she's got 4 plus, and then we go to the next part. I'll bet some of you already know what she did wrong. All right, so then she goes -5 minus 0 is -5. So this is -5 squared. But then she goes to Desmos and she just tells it to square like this. And she gets -25 and doesn't catch the error. Do you see it? If you are squaring something, that just means you're multiplying that number times itself. Negative times negative is positive every single time, right? Negative times negative is always going to be a positive. So a negative number squared is positive, but the calculator doesn't know that you mean -5 squared unless you tell it. So you have to be like, remember when you were little and do you remember kids saying, "You're not the boss of me"? Remember that? Like, my kids used to make me come home saying that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Which, first of all, yes, I am. But anyway, that's a joke. Anyway, um, like you have to be the boss of the calculator. So where it says where you're thinking you're telling it -5 squared, you're not. The calculator doesn't understand you mean to multiply the whole thing. And so you have to just put in the parentheses. Or I told my student this, you have to just decide that you are going to remember that every time you square a negative, the answer is a positive. Now, I'm not talking about like there could be a negative in front that would change it, blah, blah, blah. But if you are simply squaring one number and it's a negative number, that answer is a positive answer. So that's a very different answer here that you get if you square it correctly. What did I do? I just stopped sharing. I just lost all of it. How did that happen? I don't know. This is a crazy day. What is going on? Dun, dun, ba, ba, ba. I know what happened. There we go. Okay. Oh, what a day. If you're still with me, that's amazing. So 4 plus 25, 25 plus 4, that's 29. Square root of 29. That's your answer. Now, if you're having to round to the 10th place, that's fabulous. You can definitely, get a decimal for that. But otherwise, your answer is good to go there. So I'm curious, did you make the same mistake? Because it's a really easy one to make. You just want to be in charge of the calculator. Be sure that you're saying, um, hey, I need this entire thing squared, not just part of it. All right, so to the 10th place, this will be about 5.4. All right, I'll see you next time. I hope that helped.